So if you guys remember a couple of days ago, the CEO of Saber Interactive put a former Saber writer on blast because she was out on Blue Sky complaining she got fired and replaced with ChatGPT.
On Blue Sky? Oh, no one
ever
complains on Blue Sky.
I know, right? So he put her on blast and said, I don't even remember who she was. I had to use Claude, wink, wink, to find out who she was. And then looking over the situation, he's like, I'm glad I fired her and I would have replaced her with AI anyway. And we had
he said that everybody was replaced with actual talented
people.
That's what
she was
said.
not.
He didn't say AI. He said talented.
Well, no, he said that she definitely was a candidate to replace with AI. Said I would frankly, in retrospect, have been happy to replace her with AI because she's a pain in the ass and she wasn't very talented, according to the CEO. A very weird thing for a video game company CEO to step down from on high to slap someone down, and gaming journos were shocked that he put up a fight. They're always shocked when these corporations fight back because you're supposed to just
take it. Yeah,
you're supposed to just take it, right? And that has been the unspoken rule for quite a while, but I think they get tired of being attacked and dogpiled, so they're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. He's apologizing. I think he's apologizing now because other people at his company said, hey, it's a bad look for the CEO of Saber to single out one former writer and give him a backhand slap. And also the troops are concerned you're going to be mean to them too.
Probably. But
we'll talk about the situation. If this were a smaller company, he probably would have gotten away with this.
It would have gotten away with it too.
He would have pesky game journos. If it wasn't for you pesky game journos, it is kind of funny though, because I think he basically said the quiet part out loud. And look, I think as a CEO, you do have to have a little more decorum, you know, because you're not just representing yourself, but you're representing the entire company. You set the tone for the entire company. But he is saying what so many of these other bosses are thinking. I guarantee you Asha Sharma is probably thinking the exact same thing when they put the inflatable rat up outside of Bethesda, and they're probably chanting and screaming at her as she's trying to play a game that could save the company.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't save them, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't matter because they're already gone. So anyway, let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to Kickstarter. Geeky Sparkles has her pins out there again.
Yeah.
This is a reoffer. Yeah, yay. A reoffer of her glow-in-the-dark retro Halloween pins from last year. And also we've added me this year because, you know.
Because I wanted you there. She
wanted me there.
That's really why.
Yeah.
I wanted you to match me.
So there we go. So check it.
One of those wives that make their husbands wear matching outfits to events. You know, I don't actually.
So
do that.
we're wearing matching outfits.
I never make him do that, but I did make him do a matching pin.
I should do a T-shirt on me. It's like I'm with her.
She's the boss.
She's the boss, man. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think if I got in trouble, you'd tell me that, you know, I could be replaced with AI.
I would not. Anyway, AI can't do everything.
They're working on it, especially in Japan.
Taking out the trash.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
No.
That's
I do
what
it
you're
half
talking
time
about.
too. So
that's what I'm good for.
I knew you were going to fall for that one anyway.
All right, so this is. I just want to wind it back a little bit because some people did not see the first video. So she took the tweet down. It was on Blue Sky, of course, and she did say that she was fired in 2023 or 2024 in this rideshare stimulator game.
Which is, you know, honestly, who's lining up for that? If we're being honest.
I know, right? So Kotaku said earlier this week, narrative designer Stella Sacco, who was...
So you tell stories. You're the story creator.
Narrative
designer.
Yes.
It's like sensitivity I'm a domestic reader. CEO. No.
She was a lead writer at Saber Interactive on Stuntman Hollywood and other games until 2024, claimed that Saber had replaced her with AI tools and was not disclosing the plagiarism text involvement in development on the rideshare stimulator Steam page. Sacco added the decision to implement AI came from Saber, the game's publisher, not Uniengine, its developer. And then they pushed back. This is what they said. This is what the CEO said to PC Gamer. Neither Saber nor Unity Engine have replaced writers with AI, rideshare, or any other game. Okay, this is the company rep. Then we'll get into the CEO's statements. However, they did confirm generative AI was being used for the game's previously undisclosed free ride mode. The game will also feature an experimental free ride mode that by necessity incorporates AI, as the number of passengers in the game is infinite, the spokesperson said. So this is what the CEO said.
The CEO just let it fly.
Yeah, CEO said, Stella who? I had to ask Claude, an AI, because I have never spoken to her or seen her. We have already said we're using AI for certain parts of the game, and we'll update the Steam page once we have finalized the feature set. He continued, let me clarify that the entire story script, were it to win an award, would go to someone who can walk up on the stage and receive it. It was always our intention to reveal this until Stella violated her confidentiality clause and revealed this before we were ready. We look at our use of AI in this particular game, which will be a lower price title, as a plus for consumers. As far as Stella is concerned, she was replaced by someone more talented and terminated for a variety of reasons a few months later. From what I can gather, she enjoys controversy even more than I do. I would frankly, in retrospect, have been happy to replace her with AI. At least we would be dealing with someone programmed to be honest. Ouch.
Yeah, well, so that didn't go well, apparently. Somebody got mad. People at the company or the board or somebody didn't like the CEO, slapping down from on high, which I don't blame him. I mean, I'd be pissed too, especially if they violated NDA to do it. And so then he had to apologize.
Wow. Yeah, so I don't think this was his choice. I think it was like, yeah, you're making us look bad, dude. But it's kind of funny because I do think he was basically saying the quiet part out loud. You want to know why there's so many layoffs in the video game industry? They're like, we don't understand what's happening. Why is everybody getting laid off? I'm like, because you spent hundreds of millions of dollars on games that don't perform, and you're probably a pain in the ass for your employers. So they're looking for any and every reason to get rid of you. They're all thinking what he said. That's why you're all getting laid off. I'm just saying, because he said they did hire some more talented people, probably people who didn't complain like Stella. Anyway, this is what he said. She said. She said, last night, to my great surprise, I received a long email from Saber Interactive CEO Matt Karsh. He apologized unreservedly for the awful way he spoke about me in the press. The email...
But they spoke crap first.
The email's full text will stay between us. I've been firm from the beginning. I was telling the truth. I think we can now all agree that's been borne out. We said in the previous video, you said especially that you thought she was telling the truth.
I was like, it doesn't make sense that she would make this up. Like, why now? And so apparently she wasn't making it up, because I did say that. I said it doesn't make sense that she's making this up in the context. But it doesn't change the fact that she shouldn't have been out there saying it. And he probably shouldn't have said what he said back, but it ended up being a whole big amount of entertainment for the rest of us.
Matt expressed a desire to make it right with me at this time. I don't know what that looks like for me.
Oh, wait, what's that mean? Give her another job? Why would you if you fired her for being competent, why would you give her a job just because she said something online? And that's going to open the floodgates for everybody else to talk shit. I'll talk shit and get rewarded.
And I'll have to take some time to sit with it, but I do at least accept his apology. Interesting, though, and I'm sure this is not the case. I'll have to take some time to sit with it. Sounds like AI.
Kind of does, but
it does. But I'm just saying, it sounds like an AI-ism. No, I think you'll probably get a free code for the rideshare simulator game on Steam. I think he was pissed because they got busted. They were using AI, not disclosing it.
Well, that sounds like she violated like an NDA
or something,
or whatever. I don't know if that's the case, but that's kind of the way it sounds. But I mean, I did say yesterday that it doesn't make sense that she'd make this up now. Like the way she said it, it didn't seem to make she was making it up. But apparently she wasn't. I
really think that this is what most of these CEOs think.
Oh, and, yeah, just he actually gave in to the urge to say something. I would be a terrible CEO because I'd be like, oh, hell no, bitch. And I'd be like, let's go. I would be a terrible CEO.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't like to fire people, so there's that too.
That's actually the bigger issue.
I let someone screw us over majorly because I didn't want to fire them because I felt bad for them. They turned out to be complete assholes who tried to cause us trouble later.
Yes, and that person is still out there trying to cause us trouble, in my opinion. And
anyway,
they needed to go a lot sooner. Anyway,
I'm too nice.
Yeah, I know. It's everybody's like, "Oh my god, she's so mean." It's like, no, she is too nice. Sometimes you gotta like look at the situation, and be like, "Yeah, this person's got to go." Just hands down. Here's your box. Put your shit in it. We're changing the locks. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm actually very, very nice in reality. So,
Saber updated the Steam page to include an AI disclaimer, revealing that much of its voiceovers, music, and non-campaign music mission dialogue has been generated. Sacco stood her ground while Karsh's meltdown began to overshadow the game itself, and probably for the better, Karsh's opted to apologize. Well, they're afraid of the pushback because people are going to be like, "You disclose AI." I don't know if people care though. That was like, it was so weird. The Supergirl situation. You weren't in that video, but they actually showed in the behind the scenes they were coming up with the look for Lobo with AI.
mm-hmm.
And they
I saw it. I did see the video. I know. I saw it.
And they took the video down because there's so much backlash. I'm like, if you're naive enough to think that everything coming out today is not using AI at some capacity, then I don't know what to tell you. And then you're out on social. Yeah, right. You're out there complaining about on social media, which uses AI.
Well, no, it's funny to me because when I saw that, I was like, these are probably the same people who were like, "Oh my God, the Chuds didn't go see Supergirl. They caused Supergirl. They ruined Supergirl. You should be going to see Supergirl." And then I see the AI. How dare you? Everybody should, not go see
Boycott.
Supergirl. And I'm just like, it's funny to me. You're just like, they found a way to piss everyone off. It's hilarious.
Apologies are simply in too short a supply these days to spurn when one's offered. God willing, this is the last statement I'll need to make about this.
Well, wait. Okay, as mean as you were and as upset as you were, the fact that you took an apology, I did say I think that the truth had to be in there somewhere because it didn't make sense to be saying that if it didn't happen. But they're like, "Oh, apologies are so rare. I'll take the apology." It sounds like they were bought off or something. Because if it was all it would take was an apology, you wouldn't have gone and went nuclear like you did.
Yeah, right.
They could have just, wrote them and then they said, "Oh, sorry,"
Right. So they're gonna hire her back, right? Right. No, probably.
That's what I think she's thinking.
I would.
Or they did tell her that was just why she shut up, or they did something. They gave, money, some kind of, I don't know.
Reminded her of her NDA and that they will not press charges against her if she shuts the hell up about it.
I don't know, but I'm just, it's weird.
Yeah, this is again, this is what sucks about the whole situation is I think if these CEOs were allowed to be more blunt sooner, we would not get to the place we're at right now. I think everybody was too nice and they let all these video game industry people run rampant and blow lots of money on games that nobody wanted to buy. And then they kept hiring, sensitivity readers and narrative consultants and all this shit that they really didn't need, when really the most successful games need to be made by like a handful of people, right? That actually like games, know how to code. And, and I think we're going to go back to that because of AI. You can put games together again with a handful of people, and those games are actually going to overperform.
They just chose to overhire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still do that. People are proving that you can still do it with a handful of people all the time. So it just tells me that you guys keep overhiring and making up positions for the sake of having positions, and it bits you in the ass. Probably we're getting that sweet, sweet DEI money, and now that DEI money's gone, and now they hired a bunch of people to get the DEI money, and now they have to fire them, and now it's biting them in the ass because they don't shut up.
You would have been better off not taking that money in the first place, because now you've got this big ass problem because it had strings attached, and now it's your mess to clean up that you hired a bunch of people and you have to get rid of them. And a lot of these people, they're not going to go quietly, right?
No. And like I said, people are doing it all the time with a skeleton crew, and they're getting games done, and and these games are kicking everybody's asses.
I talked about in another video, Super Polygon Grand Prix, which again, I cannot stress to you guys how
he really likes this game.
I fucking love this game. Well, Virtual Racing is one of my favorite games from the 90s. We had a driving cabinet at the gaming center, played Virtual Racing all the time. Love Virtual Racing. But it was one guy in the UK, and he put out a game better than anything Sega's done in like 10 years. It's crazy. It's on Steam. It's like $15. It's like the best $15 you're ever going to spend. One guy did this. So I'm like, this is the future. I mean, some of my other favorite games, Vampire Survivors, it was a handful of people, right? And that's what these games used to be. Even the Halos and the Call of Duties and whatever, it was, not a whole lot of people working on them. when they first started. And then as it became more of a corporate IP thing, they got more and more bloat. And now it's like, well, we have to have sensitivity readers and, consultants and whatever on all these games. And this person's like, the vibe officer and the whatever. It's like, no, if they can't code and they can't design shit, they shouldn't be on the team at all.
No.
They shouldn't be. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
Yes.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.